Thanks to my clueless ex-girlfriend, after I turned down her $2 billion breakup fee, the system directly deposited $500 billion into my TikTok account, demanding I spend it all within a week. The catch? This money could only be used to gift streamers, not myself. And if I didn't spend it all, the system would make me explode. With a sense of unease, I logged into my account and started scrolling through videos. Suddenly, my eyes lit up and my hand stopped swiping. The screen was frozen on a live stream of a girl named Vivi Liang. She looked incredibly beautiful and alluring. I wondered if it was due to a beauty filter. At that moment, her live stream only had about a dozen viewers, and the female streamer was interacting with fans through comments. Coincidentally, someone with the nickname Tiger entered the live stream room around the same time I did. I watched as Vivi Liang enthusiastically made a heart gesture with her hands, saying, "Welcome, Tiger, to the live stream." Meanwhile, I was clearly and selectively ignored. I raised an eyebrow. Of course, I knew why Vivi only greeted Tiger and ignored me. The reason was simple and pragmatic. I was just a new account, while Tiger was a level 45 VIP. After a moment's thought, I typed, "Vivi, why no welcome for me?" If Vivi had seen this comment and just said a simple welcome, I would have definitely gifted her today. However, reality was harsh. It wasn't that my comment scrolled by too fast for her to see. She deliberately ignored it. Vivi was still interacting with Tiger. I smirked and typed again, "Why no welcome for me?" I saw Vivi's brow furrow, the smile on her face stiffening. Clearly, she had seen my comment in the chat, but still chose not to reply. Others in the live stream room, including the moderator, also ignored me. They say third time's the charm, so I decided to try one last time. "Pretty lady, why no welcome for me?" This time, Vivi really couldn't take it anymore. Her expression immediately darkened, and she said with displeasure, "Can you please have some manners? Don't spam." 3 consecutive comments had not only annoyed Vivi Liang, but also her fans. Even a level 45 Tiger couldn't sit idly by. It seemed my 3 questions were directed at her. Why no welcome? Don't you have any self-awareness? A level 0 account coming in here looking for attention? Let your money and gifts do the talking. As soon as the word OK was typed by him, a sports car gift worth 1,200 coins appeared on the screen. The special effect made Vivi Liang's face light up instantly. Waving her hand, she said sweetly, "Thank you, Tiger, for the Porsche. Love ya." The moderator and fans in the live stream room also chimed in with praise on the screen. Tiger is so generous. These level 0 accounts are everywhere. No need to pay him any mind. Moderator, do your job. Kick this anti-fan out of the room. Soon after, I was blocked and kicked out of the live stream room. I smiled awkwardly, feeling a bit embarrassed. Just asking a couple more times, and I became an anti-fan. Even though I'm generally a magnanimous and good-natured person, this incident couldn't help but irk me a little. Society was already very materialistic. I didn't expect live stream rooms to be even more so. I shook my head and continued scrolling for entertainment. Then, I entered the live stream room of a female streamer named Nina. Before I could even get a clear look, I heard a cute voice say, "Welcome, Polar." I looked closely and was immediately astonished. This streamer was clearly live without using any beauty filters. But even without them, she was incomparably beautiful. The lighting further enhanced her radiant features. It was no exaggeration to say her looks could easily beat over 90% of other female streamers. I smiled faintly and typed, "Not a bad quality streamer. I'll get a fan badge and join the group." Although it was just a single, insignificant coin, the meaning of a fan badge was different. Nina smiled brightly, and you could tell her joy was genuine. "Thank you for the fan badge from Polar. Congrats, bro, on successfully falling down the rabbit hole." Even though there were only 2 of us besides her, who hadn't reached level 10, the atmosphere in the live stream room was actually not bad. I hesitated for a moment, then typed, "Streamer, can you treat me to a meal? I haven't had dinner yet." Nina was slightly taken aback. She certainly didn't expect me to be so direct. Nina smiled and said, "Although my means are limited, treating you to a meal isn't a problem. I followed you. You follow me back. We both need to be following each other for me to send a red packet." I clicked the follow button next to her profile picture. Then I saw Nina pick up another phone, bow her head, and fiddle with it for a moment. A little later, she held the phone screen up to the camera. "I've sent it to you. Go ahead and accept it." Nina winked playfully, teasing, "You've eaten my food, so now you're my man." I didn't say anything, just quietly left the live stream room. No choice, I was too hungry. I had to accept the red packet first, and then order takeout. I opened my private messages, and, sure enough, received Nina's red packet, 50 yuan and a message. Have a nice meal of pork knuckle rice and a milk tea. At that moment, I truly felt warmed by this stranger. Nina's only two other viewers were also stunned by my actions. Did this guy not even say thank you? Poor streamer. She probably doesn't even make enough to cover her electricity bill daily. Might even be operating at a loss. Nina chuckled lightly. Don't speak ill of others like that. A loss is a loss. At least I gained another fan, and a loyal one at that. I think it's more like a scam, one said. Who takes the money and just runs off? Why don't we bet if that guy will come back? Nina suggested without hesitation. I bet he'll come back. Then I bet he won't. If you lose, you have to sing The Wind Rises for me. If I lose, I'll take you out for a PK battle and guarantee a win. How about that? This Axel character was quite arrogant, guaranteeing a win. But just as Nina was about to speak, she suddenly saw a small line of text on the screen. Polar has entered the room. Bro, you ran off. Why did you come back? This is a huge loss. A whole month's hard-earned salary is probably gone now. Not understanding the situation, I quickly typed, go out for a PK battle? Guaranteed win. Nina was suddenly speechless. Meanwhile, Candy hurriedly chimed in, look, besides Nina, there are only 3 of us in this whole live stream. I'm level 9. Axel is level 2. Why are you guys talking so arrogantly? Who gave you the confidence to guarantee a win? If you lose, won't you feel bad seeing Nina punished? They say popularity has to be fought for. If we just keep talking amongst ourselves behind closed doors, where will we get fans? He retorted. What he said wasn't wrong. Win or lose, participating in a PK battle would definitely help increase popularity. Moreover, one could try to attract fans from the opponent. If lucky enough to be matched with a major streamer, the viewership would surely skyrocket. Then, Nina waved her hand decisively, saying with bravado, all right then, let's go. We're going out for PK. Loser accepts the punishment. At this point, all I could think about was how to quickly spend the 2 billion. I immediately typed, with me here, how could you possibly lose? This statement instantly stunned the 3 people in the live stream room. Nina weakly said, bro, can we stop bragging? Did you forget that just a few minutes ago you were borrowing money for dinner? Nina, just ban these 2 anti-fans. I guess they just want to see you get punished. Axel didn't mind. All right then, before we go out for PK, we need to assign roles clearly. We must show our family's spirit and unity. Nina will be in charge of the hype team. As soon as the PK starts, immediately ask the opposing streamer if they're scared of being beaten. Don't care about the punishment, just accept it. The momentum must be seized. I, who have recharged 120 yuan, will be in charge of the fire starting team. From the beginning, I'll go all in and light up a Porsche. The super cool Polar will be in charge of the tower defense team, suppressing the opponent's firepower and holding the tower. As for you, Candy, you'll be in charge of the atmosphere team. Just cheer wildly on the side. Wow, this kid Axel was truly a rare talent. His division of labor was so detailed and reasonable. Even though there were only 4 people in the live stream room, just hearing it made the atmosphere very lively. Seeing that everything was ready, Nina immediately started a random PK match. After a while, the system matched Nina with another streamer. The screen paused for Rivka, then the random match screen connected with the opposing streamer's screen. It was also a new female streamer, with only a few people in her live stream room. Nina was preparing to greet her when the opposing streamer, Peachy, cut her off. Beauty, are you sure you're not using a beauty filter? Oh my god, you're even more beautiful than when I use my beauty filter on maximum. So pretty. Nina smiled demurely. Being praised so directly still made her feel a little proud. However, it was true. Even though some say every swipe reveals a beauty, 90% of female streamers rely on beauty filters. Who knows what they look like when all filters are turned off? I've also seen many PK battles where the loser, upon turning off all beauty filters, their real faces. Oh dear, I daren't comment. The VIPs on their leaderboards would probably have to shave their heads and run laps all night in regret. Seeing the rhythm and atmosphere go off track, Axel quickly interjected, momentum comes from fighting, not from polite social exchanges. Bring out the fighting spirit. Candy, the head of the atmosphere team, also started to get into it. Nina pretended to clear her throat twice and said seriously, Peachy, ready to play? We can play, it's just that our side might not have much to offer. We might drag down your GDP. Nina was about to say something, but suddenly remembered Axel's words about momentum. She forced herself to change her style and asked, "Are you scared to fight?" Peachy paused slightly, perhaps not expecting Nina's aura to suddenly become so strong. But she wasn't flustered either. She replied immediately, "Sure, of course we'll fight. Pretty lady, whatever you want to play is fine." Nina thought for a moment, then said, "All right, then whoever loses will do whatever the opponent says for 2 minutes, okay?" Peachy raised her hand and made an okay gesture. As the Portia gifted by Tiger scrolled off the screen, the PK battle officially began. Polar, the fire has been lit. The process of defending the tower is up to you. Just as they were playing excitedly, a mysterious viewer entered the livestream room and quietly observed everything. Nina saw that the opponent's health bar vote count had very little left and said with a smile, "That should be enough. No need to keep voting." Indeed, 1,200 votes at the initial level were enough to make one breathless. I thought for a moment and typed, "Creditor, have you ever heard of the Emperor's set?" Nina blinked her big, round eyes, her brow furrowed, and asked with a puzzled look, "Creditor? Why are you calling me creditor?" "Before, I said if I ate your food, I'd be your man. It was just a joke, but you took it seriously." I didn't know if I was joking or being serious, but perhaps I had spoken my heart. Seeing my comment, Nina smiled, thinking I was just joking, so she didn't pay it much mind. Candy, however, asked curiously, "What's the Emperor's set?" For a newcomer to live streams like Candy, not knowing about the Emperor's set was normal. But Axel, a longtime livestream veteran, understood everything. He explained simply, "The Emperor's set is gifting all the special effect gifts." Nina and Candy both understood. Currently, my level and badge weren't high enough, and I didn't have time to spin for prizes. Therefore, I couldn't gift the most expensive version of the Emperor's set, only the regular one. Seeing my comment, Nina, though a little expectant, still shook her head resolutely and quickly refused. "No need. That's too expensive. I'm just playing for fun. I don't rely on live streaming to make money. Besides, 1,200 votes are already a sure win. Don't waste it." Her eyes and words were full of sincerity, not feigned. I leaned against the headboard, smiled, and shook my head. My good impression of Nina increased another notch. Other streamers would use all sorts of tricks and methods, trying every way to get votes, but she even refused when it was delivered to her doorstep. Truly a breath of fresh air in the live streaming world. But I was sitting on 200 million coins in my account. If I didn't spend it all in a week, I would die. So, without another word, I directly opened the gift panel in the bottom right corner of the screen and started gifting from low price to high, not caring if they were special effect gifts or not, just gifting everything in order. Polar has sent a small star. Polar has sent a Porsche. Polar has sent a private jet. In the live stream room, notifications of my gifts continuously scrolled across the screen, and the gift effects also made everyone dizzy. As soon as I started gifting, Nina pressed the screen record button. After all, it was the first time in her live streaming career she had received an Emperor's set. Of course, she had to record it as a memento. Actually, her mood at this moment was very complex, excited, agitated, joyful, expectant, but also a little worried. She seemed dazed, her gaze a bit unfocused, clearly not concentrating on the live stream, lost in thought. Polar has gifted a carnival. As the notifications scrolled by, the live stream room instantly filled with hundreds of people. I also breathed a sigh of relief. Finally finished gifting. It was fun, but also really tiring. Oh my god, it's really the Emperor's set. It's been so long since I've seen one. So cool. First time seeing an Emperor's set. Big Bro is so generous. Using over 200,000 votes to crush someone with 10 votes. The livestream room instantly became boisterous, and the chat screen also scrolled rapidly. What the heck? An Emperor's set? He really knows how to play. The world of big spenders, I don't understand. One battle took him from level 0 to level 35. Big Bro is so awesome. I had used up over 200,000 TikTok coins and was directly promoted to level 35. Looking at the comments on the chat screen, I smiled and shook my head. It turned out one could really get lost in those calls of Big Bro. Before, when watching live streams, I didn't understand the mood of those big spenders who threw money around. But now, I seem to understand a little. However, unfortunately, I wasn't satisfied with the current speed of spending TikTok coins. Too slow, way too slow. Axel was also looking at me with an astonished expression. Polar, you're a hidden whale, aren't you? From now on, you're my bro. Candy also looked envious of Nina. You're really lucky. You bought a big spender with just a meal of pork knuckle rice. Nina, who had just sat down, couldn't stop smiling and chimed in, bought a big spender with just one meal, my luck is. Truly heaven-defying, huh? Peachy looked at her own single-digit vote count, crushed down to a sliver of health, and couldn't help but laugh bitterly. Peachy said, I only have a few votes. Why did you need to use over 200,000 votes to beat me? Hitting me this hard, big bro, give me some money from medical expenses. After saying that, Peachy stood up and then lay flat on the floor, motionless. Clearly, she wanted medical expenses before she would get up. Her coquettish action immediately made Nina burst out laughing. She slowly said, All right, I'll use my alt account to gift you an airplane for medical expenses. While Nina was speaking, I had already switched to an alt account. Peachy couldn't believe it, unconsciously covering her mouth, her face full of surprise, extremely excited as she stood up. Peachy exclaimed, Thank you, Big Bro Polar. Big Bro Polar is so generous. Thank you, Big Bro, for gifting me medical expenses. However, that wasn't the end. When the effect disappeared, a row of floor tiles suddenly appeared. Polar has gifted a second carnival. 2 carnivals, 60,000 coins. Peachy couldn't help but be excited. Thank you, Big Bro Polar. Peachy said all the blessings she could think of in one breath. Leaning against the headboard, I still had a smile on my face. Undeniably, this feeling was truly wonderful, making my whole body feel refreshed. It's no wonder those big spenders and live streams get addicted to it, basking in everyone's shouts of awesome, big bro. After Peachy completed her punishment, I tricked Nina into joining the next PK match. When the screen appeared, after seeing the opposing streamer, I was startled for a moment, then a meaningful smile spread across my face. What a small world. Talk about enemies meeting on a narrow road. The streamer I had just connected with was none other than Vivi Liang, the one who had kicked me out of her livestream room. Vivi Liang, although seeing Nina had 2 connected calls, didn't pay attention to my avatar and nickname. At this moment, she was extremely smug. She had finally managed to reel in a level 45 big spender, Tiger, but couldn't find an opponent who could withstand her vote count, leading to her only using a few hundred tickets in the previous 2 PKs. She didn't expect Nina to bring her such a big surprise this time. People like Nina, who connect 2 calls to participate in PK, almost always have money in their pockets. Otherwise, it would be too embarrassing. At this moment, a few messages appeared on the chat screen. Isn't that guy named Polar the Noob I kicked out? Both the nickname and avatar are the same. It's really him. He went up to level 36 in just 1 match. Only level 36, still far behind Tiger. Seeing the comments scroll past on the screen, Vivi Liang trembled slightly. To hide her embarrassment, she could only force a smile and pretend not to care. But in reality, her heart was aching as if cut by a knife because she knew that to go from level 0 to level 36, he had spent 40,000 yuan. If she had controlled her temper, wouldn't this money have been in her pocket? Suddenly, Tiger, who had been silent, sent a message. Pull him onto the mic. Vivi Liang immediately became extremely excited. It was very clear that this PK battle would be influenced by personal grudges. At that point, attracting votes would become extremely simple. Then, she interjected with a fake tone, Tiger, don't be angry. If the streamer on the other side wins, I'll apologize to her big bro, okay? On the other side, Nina looked puzzled. Hearing her words, it seemed like she and her big bro had some kind of grudge. At this moment, a voice came from the other side. I was wondering who it was. Isn't this the little trash we just kicked out? Couldn't find any presents in our room, so you switched to another live stream? Trying to show off to us? Faced with the opponent's frenzied attack, Candy was the first to lose her temper. If you want to play, then play. If not, then scram. What's with all the dog barking, trying to act tough? I hope your strength is as tough as your words. If you guys lose, do 500 squats. And I want those 2 little rats to shout for 3 minutes. I'm useless. Tiger hits well. Hearing this, the audience in the live stream room all gasped. This punishment was too cruel. No one knew how big the grudge between these 2 was. Hearing that it involved her 2 fans, Nina didn't dare to make the decision herself. But the hot-tempered Candy immediately agreed. All right, we accept. If you guys lose, same thing. Seeing that the 2 were about to finalize the punishment, to attract more votes, Vivi Liang quickly added fuel to the fire. 1 minute before and 3 minutes after, whoever has fewer votes has to do squats. meaning 1 minute before and for the last 3 minutes. Mute mics and call for votes. In between, whoever has fewer votes can't speak. The PK battle had just begun when enthusiastic cheers erupted. The thin old men are starting the fight. This likely referred to dedicated supporters starting the gifting. As soon as the words fell, a red Porsche Panamera appeared on the screen, followed by countless gifts continuously flying out. The score quickly surpassed the opponent's. But at the very last second, the opponent's health bar suddenly surged unexpectedly. Just as Nina was about to pick up her phone to vote for herself, Vivi Liang spoke up. Step aside and do your squats. Make sure you squat properly, okay? With no other choice, Nina could only move to the side and squat down. Seeing this, Tiger immediately started teasing. Is your health bar frozen? Or did you get injected with anesthetic? Can't move, huh? On the other side, Ace was lying on the bed, his brows furrowed as he heard the opponent's arrogant words. He slowly opened the recharge page, only to be greeted by a server error message. He tried again twice, but it still didn't work. He had no choice but to close the recharge page. Ace looked up at the ceiling, a hesitant expression on his face. Finally, he gritted his teeth as if he had made an important decision. He slowly opened the bedside drawer and took out an iPhone 18. Faced with the frenzied mockery, the audience in Nina's livestream room couldn't hold back and kept calling out to me. Big bro Polar, don't wait anymore. It's GL time, you should be voting. Big bro, can you still endure this? Crush him. But at this moment, I was completely unaware of what was happening in the livestream room. After gulping down the entire cup of milk tea, I burped, then took out a tissue to wipe my greasy mouth. Finally, I slowly walked toward the bed and picked up my phone. At this time, Nina was trying her best to maintain her squatting posture, but the opponent was relentlessly taunting her. Seeing this, I didn't hesitate and immediately opened the gift section, finding the most expensive gift, the carnival. Ace had just picked up his phone and saw the livestream screen full of special effects. He couldn't help but let out a soft sigh of relief. Looks like I won't be needed after all. In an instant, I'd sent 2 carnivals. Seeing this, Nina breathed a sigh of relief, staggered back to her chair, and said her thanks. Seeing Vivi Liang momentarily stunned, Candy couldn't wait to counterattack. What's wrong? Stunned? What are you standing there dazed for? Hurry up and squat. Remember to do it properly, like our sis Nina. Hearing this, Vivi Liang slowly stood up, her face full of grievance, while inwardly cursing me to death. Spending over 300,000 coins in one go. What if you scare my big bro away? Somewhere in a high-end and luxurious private club, Tiger was comfortably lounging on a sofa, one arm around a heavily made-up girl in a cheongsam, while another girl in a black cheongsam held a wine glass and offered it to Tiger. Then, she glanced at the phone placed on the table. The girl asked in a gentle tone, Tiger, do Ruru and I have the potential to be streamers? Tiger said, my darlings, of course you do. He pretended to admire the 2 girls for a moment, then reached out and groped their headlights. Tiger, the streamer you're protecting seems to be losing. Hearing this, Tiger stood up and looked at his phone. Surprisingly, her vote count had been surpassed by 300,000, but it's only a little over 30,000 yuan. No big deal. Tiger wasn't worried. This amount of money was pocket change for a young master from a wealthy family like him. He then clicked on the recharge page and topped up 100,000 yuan. After recharging, he immediately gifted a purple flower rain in the livestream room. Vivi Liang had been constantly watching the livestream screen. As soon as she saw the purple flower rain falling in her livestream room, her initially listless and sad face immediately bloomed into a smile. She excitedly waved her hands and danced, simultaneously shouting at the top of her lungs, Thank you, my Tiger, for sending the purple flower rain. But before she could finish her thanks, she discovered her health bar was crushed again. Vivi Liang, who was mid-sentence, suddenly felt as uncomfortable as if she had bitten into a chili pepper. She could only retract the foot she had just stepped out with and continue squatting. At this moment, I had a 555 brand cigarette clamped between my fingers with one hand, while the other hand rapidly clicked on the carnival gift. With the hand speed of 20-year-old single guy, I clicked the mouse like lightning. Carnivals covered the entire platform. This phenomenon caused netizens from other livestream rooms to buzz with discussion, all flocking to Nina's livestream. Mu Qingsheng saw the health bar rising at a dizzying speed, a look of surprise appearing on her beautiful face. Initially, she thought Polar might be a big spender, but she didn't expect him to be a whale who spent money like water. Meanwhile, Tiger had recharged several times, but now he was starting to panic. Seeing his health bar almost depleted, he began to break out in a cold sweat. Most importantly, the opponent showed no signs of stopping. Seeing the PK countdown getting closer, Tiger knew he had definitely lost this round. A few minutes later, seeing the opponent had 14 million votes, Tiger suddenly felt like a clown. After muting his mic, Tiger violently threw his wine glass to the ground. The beautiful girls beside him were instantly terrified. They had experienced Tiger's violence before, so at this moment, they didn't dare to breathe heavily, afraid they would bring disaster upon themselves. Open the mic. Today, I'm going all out against you. Tiger angrily grabbed his phone to recharge, topping up 5 million yuan in one go. Looking at the money just transferred into his account, his gloomy face softened a little. Habitually, Tiger reached for the wine glass on the table, but fumbled around and couldn't find it, only then remembering he had smashed it in anger. Are you two blind? What are you standing there dazed for? Hearing this, the girl in the black, Chong Sam, hurriedly stood up to get a wine glass. Choo-choo, young Master Ning, have some fruit to cool down. Another girl carefully served him. Is this how you make me cool down? Hearing this, the girl in the Chong Sam immediately understood his meaning. She sighed sadly in her heart, then slowly knelt before him. On the other side, Nina stared blankly at her vote count, sitting dumbfounded in her chair. Before, when watching others' live stream, she had also seen big spenders throwing money at votes without a second thought. After becoming a streamer, she had also dreamed of one day experiencing that exhilarating feeling. Unexpectedly, after only live streaming for 3 days, her dream had come true. However, after the dream became reality, she felt a little bewildered. Just as she was stunned, a voice interrupted her thoughts. After I had gifted Nina's live stream room 14 million votes, Tiger, seeing his health bar crushed, felt extremely frustrated. But to save face, he picked up his phone and recharged another 5 million. Ready to play with me to the end. Tiger said, if it weren't for the fact that recharging takes up too much of my time, you think you deserve to beat me? I'll just ask one question. Do you still dare to play? I said lightly. You misunderstand. I'm just afraid I'll break you by playing. Tiger's mood was already bad, and being provoked by me, he became so angry he couldn't control himself. The flames of desire that had just been extinguished suddenly flared up again. He waved his hand, pulled over another girl in a Chong Sam, pressed her head down, and began to perform a boss kill. Tiger took a deep breath, trying not to lose his composure. If you have the guts, hit the health bar. This round, whoever loses has to call the opponent daddy 3 times. Dare to play? Without hesitation, I replied, you insist on digging your own grave. Why would I stop you? But I have a small request. Are you trying to concede? I'm just afraid 10 minutes won't be enough for me to spend. This time, I plan to use up the remaining nearly 190 million coins. The most expensive gift I can buy now is only the carnival, worth 30,000 coins. That means I have to buy nearly 6,300 carnivals. The longest PK duration is only 15 minutes. Calculated, that's an average of 7 clicks per second. For a 20-year-old single guy like me, this is also a considerable challenge. But I believe I can do it because my nickname is Kataka's God Hand. Tiger laughed contemptuously. All right, 15 minutes then. Let's see how many coins you can gift. After the two agreed, they prepared to start. The great battle was about to erupt. Vivi Liang never dreamed that such a happy day would come. This was definitely the PK battle every streamer dreamed of. The great battle was about to begin. The great battle was about to erupt. I sat up straight, warmed up my hands and wrists, preparing for the match. Candy, the leader of the Atmosphere team, was cheering and encouraging everyone. Brothers, let's support Big Bro Polar by gifting and commenting. Axel had an excited look on his face. He was instantly stimulated, and it also brought back memories. Thinking back, he used to be like this, full of momentum, second to none. Nina sat in the live stream room, looking bewildered, not knowing what to do. Seeing Nina looking dejected, I suddenly found it amusing and said gently, Nina, just sing during the PK. It will help entertain everyone. Nina hurriedly nodded and said, Big Bro, what song do you want to hear? Sing The Wind Rises. She smiled and nodded. As the familiar and wonderful melody began, the battle also started. Following Candy's battle command, a Porsche Panamera gracefully appeared on the screen. Axel, the leader of the fire-starting team, as usual, led the charge. Time was tight, and the task was heavy. I opened the gift section and selected carnivals. I truly lived up to my nickname, the man with God's hands. My hand speed was indeed astonishingly fast. The opponent's tactics immediately made all the viewers and fans in the livestream room gasp. At this point, the number of viewers in the livestream room had exceeded 20,000, with nearly 10,000 likes. The double gift giving ability was instantly activated, and the number of gifts also skyrocketed. The double vote feature was instantly activated, and the vote count also soared. When the PK match had just begun, Vivi Liang was still happily chatting with her big spender. But just a few seconds later, she was stunned, her jaw dropped, staring at the opponent's rapidly increasing health bar. She pointed at the screen in panic, her voice trembling. "Tiger, they're coming. The opponent is here." At this moment, Tiger, in the VIP room of the club, was engaged in indescribable activities. After hearing her cries, Tiger was annoyed, his brow furrowed, and his face immediately darkened. He said in a displeased tone, "So what if they're here? Why are you panicking?" Vivi Liang, afraid of offending her big spender, hurriedly explained, "No, Tiger, just see for yourself." Tiger impatiently picked up the phone beside him, glanced at it, and his expression immediately changed. Seeing the opponent's health bar had reached millions of votes, Tiger didn't dare to hesitate any longer. He hurriedly opened the gift section and also started clicking frantically in the rented room. I sat up straight at the dining table, concentrating intensely. A wry smile appeared on my face because even though my speed hadn't slowed, my wrist was starting to ache. Previously, I naively thought that spending money was a simple matter, but now I realized I was gravely mistaken. I had lived for over 20 years, but only now did I learn that spending money could also be a pain. My wandering thoughts were forcefully pulled back to the livestream room by Nina's singing. Watching Nina sitting at the piano, singing and playing, I couldn't help but be captivated. I always thought my ex-girlfriend's singing voice was good, but compared to Nina's, the voice I previously considered good now seemed bland. Nina must have been blessed by heaven with a gifted voice. Looking at the beautiful and confident Nina, I felt like I was immersed in the sweetness of first love. Just as my battle with Tiger entered its most intense phase, many big spenders in the guilds created fake accounts to enter the livestream room and watch. At this moment, on the livestream channel of the foodie master Chow Gong, many comments also appeared, asking if they should go lick a big bro's hand after their PK was over. Chow Gong was eating a late-night snack he had made himself, eating while reading the comments on the screen. When he saw all the comments telling him to proactively go lick the big bro, he couldn't help but pause his actions, then chuckled and shook his head. Me proactively go lick a big bro? What do you guys mean? Besides, even if I shamelessly go to lick, will the big bro definitely support me? At this point, the number of online viewers in Nina's livestream room had exceeded 100,000. As the PK countdown shortened, my clicking speed on the carnivals had clearly decreased significantly, but I still persevered. Seeing dawn about to break, how could I give up before dawn? Everyone in the livestream room was stunned by my vote count. Compared to the liveliness of Nina's livestream room, Vivi Liang's livestream room was deathly silent. Tiger had long since stopped voting. All 50 million votes had been exhausted. He had been considering recharging more money while bleeding, losing votes, but was interrupted by a phone call. Now he had calmed down, looking at the opponent's health bar, still crazily increasing with no intention of stopping. He smiled helplessly, feeling extremely powerless. He admitted that he had lost very thoroughly. But this didn't mean he had surrendered. He would regain his face, and he wouldn't wait long. At this moment, Nina's broadcast room was extremely lively, not only gathering heroes who loved to watch the excitement from all over, but also countless streamers who weren't live yet, rushing in. Large and small guilds also gathered around. Even the platform management was monitoring this PK battle. 100 million, 120 million, 130 million. Everyone was glued to the health bar. Every increase made them extremely excited. It felt as if my gifts were being given to them, as if they were completely immersed in the PK battle. Mu Qingsheng had always been following Nina's livestream. She also wanted to see if her daughter's big spender could break TikTok's record of 1 billion votes in a single match. Seeing the health bar exceed 150 million votes, Mu Qingsheng couldn't help but frown in thought. If before it was votes in a PK battle, now it was completely ghost voting, voting outside of active competition. Besides the 50 million votes in the PK battle, 100 million ghost votes had now been cast. She didn't understand why I was doing this, but then she suddenly understood, as if she had grasped the key point. Voting so many ghost votes was for no more than 3 reasons. The first, simplest, and most brutal reason was to burn money. The second reason could also be that he had intentions towards her daughter, sparing no expense in pursuing her. The third possibility, and also the most likely, was that he wanted to set a record and become famous in one fell swoop. He wanted to become famous so that he could do many things later. Clearly, he had succeeded. If nothing unexpected happened, tomorrow the name Polar would definitely be known to netizens, and moreover, would certainly be the focus of everyone's discussion. Mu Qingcheng truly deserved to be a renowned female CEO in the business world. In just a moment, she had seen through everything, analyzing it thoroughly and comprehensively. However, Mu Qingcheng could not have imagined that all the reasons she analyzed were correct, not just one of them. I really did have so much money, I didn't know where to spend it. I also had some feelings for Nina, and I also wanted to be famous. Of course, it wasn't just Mu Qingcheng who guessed my true purpose. At this moment, the leaders of major guilds like Starlight Guild, Imperial Guild, and Star Alliance Media Company, who were lurking in Nina's livestream room, had also guessed my intentions. Even if I didn't have such thoughts, they would speculate as such because the thinking of capitalists always stems from benefits. As time went by, the number of viewers in Nina's livestream room grew larger and larger. 190 million. 190 million. Less than a minute left. Could it break 200 million? Damn it. Just as I thought I was about to spend all 200 million coins, a voice rang out. I stopped my tired hand. The 15 minutes were up. Unfortunately, I still couldn't break the 200 million mark. However, I still wanted to hear Daddy twice from Tiger. After both opened their microphones, Tiger was so embarrassed he pretended to cough twice, and without waiting to be urged, immediately shouted unclearly, "Daddy, Daddy, 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 Daddy." Tiger, having lost all face, his face flushed red, gritted his teeth, and said, "You are indeed very strong, very outstanding. But don't get complacent. I will get this back sooner or later." I chuckled. "All right, I'm always ready. However, you must remember to bring a lot of money. Don't bring 3 melons and 2 apples next time. It won't be fun to play then. We'll just wait and see." Tiger uttered his final threat, then hurriedly muted his mic and left the livestream room. As soon as the connection was cut, Candy said, "Big bro, can you tell me, in the future when we fight, can you not hit so hard? Can't you just sneak attack?" Without hesitation, I bluntly refused, "No." Nina glanced at me with annoyance. "Wait until you get beaten, then you won't dare to be so arrogant. Are you doubting my strength?" As soon as I finished speaking, another shower of coins immediately rained down. This time, I had completely emptied the coins in my wallet, and my level had also risen to the highest level, level 60. Congratulations on reaching level 60, promoted to level 60 big spender. The livestream room once again exploded. Seeing the screen full of congratulatory messages, I was just about to speak when suddenly the effect of carnivals appeared in the livestream room. Looking closely, it was a gift sent to me. Xiao Zizi gifted Polar a carnival. Congratulations, Big Bro Polar, on reaching level 60 and becoming a top spender. I opened her profile to take a look, a smile playing on the corner of my lips. As expected, it was not beyond my expectations. Xiao Zizi was a female streamer, and the reason she gifted me a carnival was very clear. Just to ride the coattails, to lick the big bro thanks. I said just 2 simple words, and then fell silent. At this moment, Xiao Zizi was holding her phone. Seeing that I said no more, a look of disappointment appeared on her face. She was about to quietly leave the livestream room when she accidentally saw a new message. She immediately opened it to look and was instantly startled. "Polar has followed you." Xiao Zizi was so surprised her eyes widened. Then she immediately smiled like a flower. Of course, it wasn't just Xiao Zizi who came to ride coattails and get acquainted. Even a news and gossip streamer, Gossiply, gifted 2 carnivals. I also just said 2 words, "Thanks," and quietly pressed follow. Initially, I thought there would be quite a few streamers coming here to interact, but in the end, there were only Xiao Zizi and Gossiply. I smiled, not paying it any mind. They would regret it later. After Nina finished her live stream, I was preparing to go to bed when suddenly the mechanical voice of the system rang in my head. "Congratulations, host, for successfully completing the system's trial mission. This mission scored a perfect S rank. To reward the host for excellently completing the mission, The system specially gifts the host an apartment. I hope the host will continue to strive and achieve more. As it spoke, a file bag suddenly appeared in my hand. Inside, it was filled with documents such as a house purchase contract and a house ownership certificate. Glancing at the house purchase contract and house ownership certificate, I couldn't help but take a sharp breath. This house was mine. The host has passed the test and meets the standards of a network tycoon. The system has been linked. Congratulations, host, on about to begin the journey of a network tycoon. Successfully deposited 5 billion TikTok coins into the host account. The spending theme this time is domineering. I was a little confused at this moment. What was the spending theme? The system said it couldn't be revealed and invited the host to find out for himself. I guess it was a kind of extravagant, look down on everyone way of spending. Meaning, I had to spend these 5 billion coins in a truly luxurious and wasteful manner. The next day, I bought a new phone and SIM card, registered a WeChat account, and then added them to my friends list. I had also moved. At this moment, my old phone suddenly rang. It was an unknown number. Hello. May I ask if this is Mr. Chun? I am Li Ming, a senior consultant from the TikTok platform. Because Mr. Chun is a VIP user of our platform and recently recharged 5 billion on our platform. To show our appreciation, we want to design a unique and exclusive effect gift for Mr. Chun. We would like to ask if you have any ideas or suggestions for the gift. I replied indifferently. Just design it as you see fit. I only have one requirement. The price must be as expensive as possible, and it must be a whole number. All right, Mr. Chun, I understand. In a live stream room, Xiao Zizi had been beaten until her health bar was gone. I opened my follow list and found that Xiao Zizi and Gossip Li were both live streaming. The competition time between Gossip Li and the Gossip King was approaching. I had arranged this match for Gossip Li. I had just returned to my bedroom and hadn't even opened TikTok when a phone call came in. Hello, Mr. Chun. I'm calling to inform you that the exclusive big spender gift we designed for Mr. Chun has been successfully launched. Our special invitation has also been sent to you through the platform's system notification. You just need to click the link in the invitation to enter the mystery shop to receive the exclusive gift designed for you. Opening it, a very exquisitely designed new letter appeared. Clicking the link accompanying the invitation, the web page automatically redirected to the mystery shop. This time, the mystery shop had launched 4 new gifts, among which the 4th new gift was exclusively for me. Golden name plaque. This gift was unique on the platform. Only I could own and use it, and its usage rights were also permanent. Its price was 550,000 coins. That's right, about 500,000 coins, which is 50,000 yuan. This could be said to be the most expensive gift on the platform currently. Although for me, the price was still too cheap, I was quite satisfied. After exiting the mystery shop, I turned off anonymous mode and opened my follow list. I immediately entered Gossip Li's live stream room. Gossip Li was in a verbal battle with the Gossip King. When he saw the notification on the screen, he immediately jumped up, grabbed the microphone, and shouted, "Welcome, big bro Polar." Then he went crazy, setting off fireworks, beating drums, and gongs. Seeing him so agitated, people would think he had won the lottery. The chat box of the live stream room was immediately flooded with "Welcome, big bro Polar." The Gossip King was a little surprised. He sarcastically said to Gossip Li, "Can you go out and play more often? Welcoming a level 60 big bro like that, people would think your biological father has arrived." I smiled. Gossip Li was no pushover either. "Oh right, the mystery shop just updated with a new gift, do you know?" Immediately, Gossip Li's live stream chat was flooded with discussions about my exclusive gift, the golden name plaque. I didn't want to hear them continue to talk nonsense, so I directly typed a line, "Gossip Li, ask them if everyone has arrived." Gossip Li, though a little skeptical, still faithfully relayed, "Stop dawdling. If you're here, let's start fighting. Don't waste time. If you're not here yet, I'll give you more time to notify everyone. Otherwise, I'm afraid I won't be happy." I was too lazy to type anymore. I sent a message into the chat directly asking Gossip Li to pull me onto the mic. After sitting in the guest seat, I declared with great momentum, "If you want to play with me, then prepare enough coins. I don't want to see you all fall before I even start. Even if it's the operator of Tycoon Big Spender, as long as you can call people to support and help, call them all for me. I'll take you all on alone." To complete the wasteful theme set by the system, I was also trying very hard. After I declared with great momentum, the chat screen of the live stream room completely exploded. Just as Gossip Li was about to speak about the punishment, suddenly a series of red and yellow floor tile effects appeared in the live stream room. Gossiply looked closely and saw it was a level 60 big spender, rebellious youth, gifting Polar 10 carnivals. It didn't stop there. Immediately after, a level 55 big spender also started throwing money. I thought for a moment and continued. Viewers and fans in the live stream room, I hope you don't vote in the next PK battle. It's just a bunch of chickens and dogs. Leaving it to me alone is enough. You guys just eat melon and watch the show. No need to participate. Remember, don't gift anything. If you want to participate, just gift me, consider it as cheering me on, but absolutely do not hit the health bar. Gossip King, besides the punishment we decided on last night, I want to add one more thing. If you lose, I want you to slap yourself hard and apologize to Big Bro Polar. Okay, I agree. If you lose, I want Big Bro Polar to shout that I'm useless, I'm sick, and I'll never run out to do stupid things again without taking my medicine. Gossiply wanted to say something else, but was interrupted by me again. It's okay. Remember, once I make a move, there's no PK battle that can't be won. The PK hadn't even started yet, but the live stream room was already explosive. Don't look at me acting all imposing now. In reality, I was very worried. Not afraid that my TikTok balance wasn't enough, but afraid that my hand speed wasn't enough. However, right at this moment, the system brought me a timely rain, thoroughly resolving my urgent situation. Detected that the host's current mission theme has reached 90%, specially rewarding the host with the support skill. 10,000 arrows simultaneously fired. After learning about the support skill gifted by the system, I breathed a sigh of relief, no longer worried. I also thanked the system's 8 generations of ancestors in my heart. It was truly timely. The support skill 10,000 arrows simultaneously fired, when activated, would give me the terrifying ability of 100 shots per second, meaning I could touch the screen 100 times in 1 second, and within the range of 100 times, I could freely adjust the speed. Brothers, today I will show you what a real man's hand is like. Gossiply start. 15 minutes? 10 minutes is enough for me to play. Following my command, the battle had begun to attract the attention of tens of thousands of viewers. I, having prepared, activated the support skill 10,000 arrows simultaneously fired. Instantly, a numbing sensation spread through my gift-tapping finger. Although the skill was controlling it, I felt as if my hand no longer belonged to me. It was a very contradictory feeling, but that was my true sensation. Finally, everyone in the live stream room witnessed the effect of the golden name plaque. A celestial palace, sparkling with immortal energy, faintly appeared amidst layers of mystical clouds. In a distant celestial palace, an imperial decree scroll, carved with dragons and phoenixes, flew out, emitting a faint golden light. The decree flew closer and then slowly unfurled. On the decree were written 4 characters, golden name plaque, in flowing calligraphy, and in the bottom left corner was the word Polar, written by myself. Looking closely, there was even a seal with the character Polar. It had to be said that the exclusive gift custom ordered by TikTok this time was truly impressive. I was genuinely satisfied. The other side also had no intention of hiding their strength, directly engaging in a head-on confrontation as soon as the match began. 5 level 60 accounts simultaneously made their move, their momentum overwhelming. Among them, 3 accounts were very famous. One was the management account of the Victory Guild, one was an e-commerce account, and one was an account specializing in generating traffic for the guild. The remaining 2 accounts were probably close high-level supporters of the Victory Guild, invited to assist. 5 accounts making a move simultaneously could increase votes by 2 million per second. I, on the other hand, could increase votes by 6 million per second. This gap was truly world apart. The main reason was the vast difference in the value of gifts from both sides. 1 against 5, I was not at a disadvantage at all, but was actually overwhelming the opponent, leaving them breathless. Everyone knew this was a big battle, but who could have expected this battle to be so brutal right from the start? Seeing this, the audience in both live stream rooms was extremely excited, their enthusiasm soaring. The guild bosses hiding in the live stream room, even the tycoon big spenders and the platform management, were all astonished by my firm tactics and powerful strength. In just 1 minute, Big Bro Polar has reached nearly 400 million votes. 1 minute, 40 million real money. Who dares to think? Who dares to be so aggressive? Even if your carnivals are 300 yuan each, you wouldn't dare to be so aggressive. And looking at how Big Bro Polar is doing it, he will definitely make you go bankrupt. The Gossip King, Seeing his health bar about to be depleted, panicked. A tycoon big spender invited to assist said, "It's no good, the gift value difference is too big. We simply can't win." The Gossip King also immediately realized the problem and hurriedly shouted, "Big bros, let's all make a move. The opponent is only one person, no need to worry. Don't panic yet. Although the opponent is currently leading, it's only temporary. He has an exclusive gift that's too expensive, and his hand speed is also too fast. However, brothers, don't be afraid. This is a 15-minute battle. The opponent can't always maintain such momentum. Tycoons, today, our Wangjia army will slaughter the righteous path gods." In an instant, the fans in a live stream room generously made their move, from carnivals to small hearts. The live stream screen was flooded with gift effects. When everyone worked together, the effect was also extremely obvious. The situation immediately reversed. The opponent's health, which had been suppressed, suddenly seemed to be reinvigorated and immediately launched a fierce counterattack. I wasn't worried at all, even casually lighting a cigarette with one hand. I knew that such a blitz attack from the opponent wouldn't last long, not more than 2 minutes, and would definitely stop. If everyone working together could only be on par with me, then what was there to fight for? Not everyone could buy votes incessantly like me. Even the Victory Guild, would they dare to spend so much money to play with me? They also couldn't, for the sake of a streamer under them, disregard the interests and future of the company to fight me to the end. When I saw the live stream screen flooded with gift effects from fans, I immediately became anxious and hurriedly said, "What are you guys doing? Didn't you hear what I said before? What's the meaning of this now? Looking down on me? Worried or panicked? The health bar was just pushed down a little, and you can't stand it? If you really want to fight with me, then just gift me. Don't mess with the opponent's health bar. It's already been pushed down. Don't rush. Let them surge a bit. It's only interesting with some back and forth. Crushing one side is no fun at all." The opponent, as I predicted, had begun to show signs of running out of steam. They couldn't even last 2 minutes. Seeing the opponent's health bar being overwhelmed, I shook my head and sighed, a disappointed look on my face. There isn't a single formidable opponent. Being invincible is so lonely. The PK had only started for 3 minutes, and I had already cast over 1 billion votes, while the Gossip King only had just over 100 million votes. The donated votes were also exhausted. Currently, in a live stream room, apart from the 5 level 60 accounts still enthusiastically sending carnivals, only small hearts were still flying around. At present, the guild had almost spent 400 million coins, which is 40 million yuan, and was still being overwhelmed by me. More importantly, they still didn't know how many more votes they had cast. He was starting to worry now. Although he had lost 2 big bros, the other 3 accounts were still voting frantically. The Gossip King also didn't hold back anymore. He had also prepared coins and was ready to vote. If not now, then when? Picking up his spare phone, he logged into his alt account and joined the battle. He had only sent a few carnivals when he suddenly realized the opponent's health bar had stabilized and wasn't moving. He was overjoyed, as if he had seen the light of victory. At this moment, I deliberately stopped voting. Duan Zhongping, sitting opposite in the meeting room, was intently watching the screen. Suddenly, a high-level company executive reminded him, "President Chu, the opponent's health bar doesn't seem to be moving." He said to the operator sitting on his left, "Quickly contact the e-commerce department. Vote everything. Don't hold back. This is our best chance to catch up and crush the opponent." As for me, the reason for temporarily stopping voting was to prolong the match. If I didn't give the opponent a little hope of victory, they would soon give up. Such a tense and dramatic PK battle, let alone the 2 streamers. Even the viewers in the live stream room were so nervous their hearts felt like they were about to jump out. But I wasn't in a hurry at all. I went to the bathroom for a bit, even leisurely went to the kitchen to wash some fruit. When I returned, I saw that the opponent's health bar had not only caught up, but had also exceeded 500 million votes. Now, the opponent's vote count had reached 1.5 billion votes, surpassing me by half. Although they knew I was strong, Gossip Lee and the fans in the live stream room couldn't help but worry. I looked at the remaining PK time, less than 8 minutes. It was time to make a move. I lightly said, "Not interesting, not playing anymore." Instantly, I opened the gift section, my hand pressing on the golden name plaque, then activated the 10,000 arrows simultaneously fired skill. I also adjusted the speed to be faster to make up for lost time. Otherwise, nearly 5 billion coins couldn't all be voted. Then, the beautiful golden name plaque effect reappeared in the live stream room. The big spenders who had always been hiding in the live stream room to watch this PK battle also suddenly became excited. Before, they all thought that this mysterious big spender who appeared unexpectedly was just a fleeting phenomenon, that he would give up in a few days. But unexpectedly, the health bar that hadn't moved for a few minutes suddenly soared. The Gossip King and Duan Zhongping in the meeting room, when they saw the opponent's health bar suddenly soar, their expressions both changed. His smiling face instantly became serious. Now, his 100 million coins were all used up. All hope could only be placed on the guild. Of course, he was also praying that the opponent's health bar wouldn't surpass the Victory Guild. For the past 2 years, Victory Guild had been in a state of serious losses, and its business situation was extremely difficult. If no new investment funds were injected, the guild could go bankrupt at any time. From beginning to end, the one playing the role of the big bad wolf was actually the Victory Guild, not me. This time, I basically didn't give the opponent any false hope. In just over 20 seconds, the health bar surpassed the opponent's and showed no signs of stopping. When they saw the opponent's health bar surpass theirs, the Gossip King and Duan Zhongping in the meeting room both slumped into their chairs, their faces ashen. It took Duan Zhongping a long time to regain his composure. He tried to say to the leaders in the meeting room, "Everyone, I declare that our Victory Media Company declares bankruptcy." And just as Duan Zhongping was about to declare bankruptcy, the secretary rushed into the meeting room. He tried to pull himself together, with a wry smile on his face. "What's wrong? Has the news of our company's bankruptcy already leaked out? Have the e-commerce partners also called?" "Yes." The secretary confirmed his speculation. But immediately, she smiled brightly and said, "Boss, it's not bad news. It's extremely good news. Someone wants to invest in our company, but I don't know if it's true or false." Duan Zhongping was stunned, a glimmer of light seemingly flashing in his eyes. He hurriedly asked, "Did he say who he is?" "He said his name is Ji He Xia Jiangnan, and also said that the boss definitely knows." Hearing this name, Duan Zhongping trembled all over, jumped up, and very anxiously asked, "Has he hung up yet?" Duan Zhongping left the stunned leaders in the meeting room and hurried back to his office. At this moment, the PK no longer had any meaning. Only time remained for me to show off. Amidst everyone's cheers, I had also chosen the final winner. The PK time finally ended, and the final vote count was 5 billion against 2.3 billion. Although it didn't break the record for the highest number of votes in a single TikTok match, it still ranked second and also created a new record. The record for the highest number of votes by a single person in a TikTok match. The previous record was set by Xiao Sage with 3 billion votes, and my new record nearly doubled that. Gossiply laughed twice. Full screen spam War God for me. In an instant, the live stream room screen was filled with War God Polar. Gossiply also didn't hesitate, saying, "Let's start the punishment." The Gossip King, expressionless, shouted, "Daddy, I was wrong. I shouldn't have made Daddy angry. I know I was wrong. Slap, slap." He slapped his own mouth while shouting, "Sorry, big bro Polar." After the Gossip King left the live stream room, Gossiply was about to speak when he suddenly saw a system notification. He couldn't help but wonder. However, suspicious or not, he still politely greeted, "Welcome, Quanxing Tianxia and Zue Washachong." Quanxing Tianxia and Zue Washachong didn't greet or say anything, but directly gifted carnivals to me. This made everyone in the live stream room not understand what was happening. I felt extremely puzzled and asked, "Brothers, what are you guys doing?" Quanxing Tianxia gifted Polar 100 carnivals. Zue Washachong also gifted Polar 100 carnivals. After gifting, Quanxing Tianxia sent a comment, "Polar, don't misunderstand. My brother and I have no intention of targeting you. We helped out because we owe Victory a favor." I suddenly understood, but I hadn't paid attention before. Of course, big bro tycoons like to play wherever they want as long as they're happy. Now that the two of them were being so polite, it made me feel embarrassed. I hurriedly said, "Brother Tianxia, Brother Shachong, you two are really too polite. Then, first I thank you both. If there's a chance, we'll play together again." Then, the two of them immediately left the live stream room. The system sound rang out. "Congratulations, host, for successfully completing the mission assigned by the system. The quality of this mission reached S rank. The degree of adherence to the wasteful theme reached S rank." Leaning back against the headboard, I lit a cigarette while waiting for the system to give the reward. In the end, I waited and waited but saw no reward. Has the reward promised by the system become a reality? I suddenly thought perhaps the reward the system mentioned was the support skill 10,000 arrows simultaneously fired. Bingo. That was it. However, I still wasn't reconciled and continued to ask, so, is the internet reflecting into reality real? The internet reflecting into reality is a function that can only be unlocked after the system is upgraded to a new level. Upgrade the system? It can be upgraded. Host, please don't ask such silly questions anymore. Even a host's broken phone can be upgraded, so how can a great system like this system not be upgraded? Then how to upgrade to the next level? The host successfully completes 3 missions, and the level of mission achievement all reach the highest evaluation of 10 stars. After hearing this, I impatiently said, hurry up and give me the next mission. Successfully transferred 50 billion coins into the host's TikTok account. The wasteful theme for this period is to be known by the entire internet. Aren't I a global celebrity now? Even so, we still have to go through the process symbolically. Nina winked charmingly. Just as she was about to speak, a row of red and yellow floor tiles suddenly appeared in the live stream room. Thanks to Doisan Media for gifting Big Bro Polar a carnival. Seeing the avatar of the gifter, I immediately recognized her. Ning Mucha. Doisan Media Company gifted Polar 100 carnivals. Immediately after the gift was sent, she sent a prominent comment. Cha-Cha Media Company congratulates Polar for breaking the TikTok record again. Please take more care of Polar in the future. I didn't say anything, didn't express any attitude, didn't even respond. Jinju Media Company gifted Polar 100 carnivals. Huangtu Guild gifted Polar 100 carnivals. Xingyao Media Company gifted Polar 100 carnivals. Starlight Alliance gifted Polar 100 carnivals. All the top MCN companies on TikTok came here to gift, and, as if by prior arrangement, all were 100 carnivals. Apart from Ning Mucha of Cha-Cha Media Company, who represented the company, the other MCN companies that came to gift were all company accounts. Even the reasons and words were the same. Congratulations, Polar, for breaking the record. I simply said, thanks, nothing polite. They came to gift simply because they smelled profit. It's still that saying, capital only values profit. I wouldn't be foolish enough to approach them and think they cared about me. Uncle, hurry up and speak. I slowly stated my plan. We go out to fight. You vote. I'm responsible for paying the medical bills. For the punishment, we choose to hang banners and tell the truth. For telling the truth, just let Axel take the brothers for a walk. Don't make it too much, otherwise it will take too much time. Just 3 people. As for the banners, hang 3. One saying Anti-Polar Society V587. One saying Polar V587. And one saying Rebellious Youth V587. The most important goal is to conquer all the streamers on the internet, so that all streamers on the internet hang our banners. Brother Tragedy asked, can we add one more banner? Just add a little more for medical expenses then. Since Candy is absent today without reason, the Atmosphere team will also be temporarily handed over to Axel. Our slogan is, when anti-fans start a war, not even a blade of grass will grow. As soon as he finished shouting the slogan, he was matched with a streamer. Can we play? Damn it. Matched with Sis-Geo and War God again. Why wouldn't we play? If we lose, we hang 4 banners. What to write on them, we'll say after we fight. The male streamer subconsciously asked, what if you guys lose? We won't lose. Let's start right away. If you want to surrender, just say so. I immediately put up a golden name plaque worth 500,000 coins on the health bar. The opponent's health bar disappeared instantly. When he saw the special effect of a gift, the male streamer on the other side looked at the opponent's 500,000 vote health bar, then at his own 0 vote health bar. In an instant, he was stunned. No way. Right at the start, 100 of those 500,000 vote items? How am I supposed to play this? Can you humiliate someone and ruin their livelihood like that? It's over before it even started. When he came to his senses, he hurriedly raised both hands, a look of utter grievance on his face, saying, I surrender. I surrender. I laughed and said, good boy. Nina, gift him 3 carnivals. Nina transformed back into a button-pushing tool, only knowing how to randomly start matches. When she was matched with a beautiful female streamer, the live stream room also became extremely lively. Compared to when matched with the male streamer, the sighs and laments formed a very strong contrast. Hello, lady on the other side, I'm Candy. At this moment, Candy spoke up. Pretty sis, can we play? Yes, but my side doesn't have a means. It's okay whether you have the means or not. It's all the same. Lady, if you lose, you have to answer 3 of my questions truthfully and hang 4 banners on the wall behind you. But how long do the banners have to be hung? 10 days. Alright, then let's start right away. No need to waste time. You can surrender, okay. As soon as I finish speaking, I once again use the golden name plaque, just like with the male streamer earlier, continuing the PK with the girl. The result was that she didn't get a single vote, and also had to hang 4 banners. Axel chuckled. Someone go send the medical expenses. Brother Tragedy also didn't back down, directly sending 3 carnivals, instantly making the female streamer scream in surprise, repeatedly and excitedly thanking Brother Tragedy. After paying the medical expenses, Brother Tragedy informed the female streamer of the content of the banners. The female streamer, afraid of forgetting, hurriedly took a screenshot. Alright, no problem, big bro. Tomorrow I'll go make 4 banners in exchange for 3 carnivals. 3 questions, only telling the truth. Sis, are you ready? The female streamer hurriedly nodded. Alright then, let's start with a simple question. Pretty sis, how many people have you dated? The female streamer frowned, calculated, then raised one hand and said, 5 people. So, how many cars can your garage, pretty sis, park? The female streamer subconsciously replied, my house doesn't have a garage. I don't have a car either. No, that's not what I meant. The hidden meaning, do you understand? Hearing him say that, the female streamer immediately understood, her face blushing shyly. Only parked 6 cars. Oh, 5 people, 6 cars. Turns out this sis is quite experienced. Axel chuckled and continued to ask the last question. 6 cars. The styles must all be different. There are compact and exquisite ones like a Mini, and also tall and imposing ones like an SUV or Raptor with a powerful engine. Of course, there are also extended versions. I wonder what kind of car sis likes. I thought to myself, this Axel also knows how to play, describing car styles like that. Who wouldn't understand his meaning? He must have frequented female streamers' live stream rooms quite a bit in the past. The female streamer blushed, lowered her head, and said, I like the extended Raptor. Unexpectedly, sis is also quite open-minded. Alright, let's go. Wishing you increasing success. Quickly on to the next match. After Nina pressed Find Match, the screen was flooded with the words, Female Streamer, Female Streamer, Female Streamer. Nina's anti-fans were praying to find her. The female streamer on the other side, as soon as she saw Axel, became extremely excited and shouted, oh my god, I really got matched with him. I can't believe it when I see him. Hello, pretty sis. Hello, sis Geo. Hello, big bro Polar. Hello, big bros and sis on the other side. Nina is PKING randomly with War, God Polar, and 2 other big bros. Medical expenses are 3 carnivals. This is almost spread all over the internet. Pretty sis, can we play? The female streamer agreed without a second thought. Yes, I want to. I like it too much. So what if pretty sis loses? Axel hadn't even finished speaking when she cut him off. I understand the rules of the game. Tell the truth and hang 4 banners. I know all the rules. So let's start. Wait for War God Polar to put up the golden name plaque. Then I'll surrender and wait for the medical expenses. So, pretty sis, can't you surrender right now? There's no need to waste War God Polar's votes. The female streamer shook her head. No, if I'm not beaten, there are no medical expenses. As soon as she saw her health bar disappear in an instant, the female streamer immediately beamed like a flower, hurriedly saying, I surrender. I surrender. This action made everyone burst out laughing. Losing and still being able to laugh so happily, I'm afraid it's also rare on the entire internet. 4 banners. I'll do it right away tomorrow. I know what to write. And 3 true words, right? Come on, I'm ready. The kindergarten bus is here again. My answer is completely true and reliable. It's true, this one was too obvious, and just looking at her like that, you know she's definitely experienced. No need to say more. Polar directly switched to the other broadcast room, then directly gifted 4 carnivals. You ask why 1 more? Because he has money, so he wants to show off. Quickly, the female streamer's face was filled with a smile. Hooray! Warmly thank Big Bro Polar for gifting 4 carnivals. Ahem ahem. Axel pretended to cough a few times to attract attention, then slowly said, First question, please pay attention. Pretty sis, have you eaten yet? The female streamer pretended to laugh to hide her embarrassment. Clearly, she understood and understood immediately. It seems she's also an old driver. Although embarrassed, she still answered truthfully. The second question is, I'm a little confused, I don't quite understand. And the female streamer clearly didn't understand either. Everyone looked at each other blankly. Only Nina understood. Her beautiful face suddenly flushed red with embarrassment. The fake driver suddenly became shy. The female streamer said doubtfully, Bro, can you speak a little more clearly? I don't quite understand. Axel burst out laughing. Now you understand, right? In front of the screen, I was startled for a moment, then suddenly understood. So vulgar. So vulgar, it's indescribable. The female streamer also understood, not at all shy, and nodded. Last question. No. The screens of both live stream rooms were full of face-covering laughing icons. Alright, then let's say goodbye. Pretty sis, wishing you much success. From about 9 o'clock to nearly 12 o'clock, almost 2.5 hours, I had played 40 PK matches. However, I still wasn't satisfied. Only 40-something matches. Right at this moment, a level 60 big bro suddenly appeared in the live stream room. As soon as he appeared, he immediately gifted 1,000 carnivals. Even I couldn't help but wonder who that mysterious big bro was, stunning everyone in the live stream room. This big bro was also quite famous on TikTok. Nina said, Welcome, passerby, to the live stream. As soon as she finished speaking, the carnival effect lit up in the live stream room. Once this carnival appeared, it seemed like it couldn't be stopped. Passerby gifted Nina 1,000 carnivals. One move, 3 million yuan, stunned everyone in the live stream room. Truly a level 60 big bro tycoon. Indeed, not ordinary. He could be considered the best big bro for all female streamers on the internet, because he only knew how to support female streamers. And his profession? Supporting other people's wives. No one might believe it, but he supported female streamers completely without any intentions towards them, simply admiring their beauty. Importantly, after he supported a female streamer, he would never meet them. And the reason he gave was also very simple. He said he just wanted to pass through their most beautiful youth. No wonder he took the nickname Passerby. Nina looked at the clock. It was almost time to go offline. Our live stream ends here today. Tomorrow we start at 7 o'clock. Good night, everyone. Bye. Opening the TikTok homepage, I saw Xiao Zizi's live stream room recommended. Xiao Zizi's live stream room was full of negative comments. Xiao Zizi, I told you not to play with them. Those three are a group deliberately bullying you alone. Cis streamer basically gets tens of thousands of votes every round. This round only over 1,000 votes. Isn't that deliberately playing dirty with you? That man surnamed Ma keeps pestering Xiao Yu. Hit him. I had added Xiao Zizi and Gossiply on WeChat. I picked up my phone and sent her a message. Xiao Zizi replied by sending me a few screenshots. This man surnamed Ma was previously her big spender. Then he set his sights on her and had designs on her. He protected Xiao Zizi for 2 days and successfully added her on WeChat. Then he revealed his true colors. He called Xiao Zizi out to play with him for 2 days, after which he would fully support her to become her protector until death. She unhesitatingly refused the unreasonable request of the man. Surname Ma. This man's surname Ma, whether it was a perverted mentality or an extremely vengeful heart, came up with the idea. If I can't have it, I'll ruin it. At this moment, Tina smiled and said, Zizi, shall we continue? Or this time, let's play Catch the Unlucky One. Okay. Catch the Unlucky One means everyone fights each other, and in the end, whoever has the fewest votes will be punished. These three were not only pretending, but also bullying Xiao Zizi. If Xiao Zizi agreed to play, then in the absence of anything unexpected, the probability of her being the unlucky one would be very high. Xiao Zizi smiled meaningfully and said softly, If you want to play, fine. But my fans and Big Bro request a 1-on-3. So, this round we play double. If we lose, the penalty is an additional 6 minutes. How about that? I'm not forcing you. If you guys lose, I'll punish each of you for 6 minutes. If I lose, I'll let you guys punish me for 10 minutes, okay? The three didn't care, just sneered. Alright, then let's start grouping. Still the old rules. 1 before, 3 after, mute mics and pull votes. Whoever has the fewest votes has to be silent. As soon as it started, Boss Ma sent 1 carnival each to the 3 live stream rooms, making the 3 female streamers burst out laughing, their expressions even becoming more arrogant and complacent. In their eyes, they had already won this PK battle. Amidst the applause and praise, Boss Ma was very happy and sent another carnival. In an instant, the health bar was close to 200,000 votes. The 3 feeling complacent, simultaneously made a pause gesture. Xiao Zizi unmuted their mics and asked, "Why? It hasn't even been a minute yet." Right at this moment, this live stream screen suddenly exploded. I immediately sent a message in the live stream room requesting to be pulled onto the mic. "Welcome, War God Polar. Welcome, War God Polar." After being pulled onto the mic, I didn't hesitate and immediately pressed the golden name plaque 10 times in the gift section. My 5 million health bar instantly submerged the opponent's health bar of less than 200,000. Xiao Zizi jumped up, her hands tightly gripping the microphone, shouting, "Thank you, War God Polar, for gifting the golden name plaque." Everyone, let the name War God fly all over the live stream screen. War God! War God! The three girls' expressions suddenly changed. Gone was the arrogant and complacent look from before. Each of them bowed their heads, their faces pale. I also felt much relieved in my heart. Brothers in the live stream room, please help me report this dog's account ID. Even if it changes its name, it's no use. If you see it voting a live stream room, immediately contact Xiao Zizi, Gossip Lee, or Nina to notify me. I'll teach it a lesson it'll never forget. Whoever it is, as long as you catch it once, I'll gift them 10 golden name plaques. Everyone can spread this information across the entire network. Although I was eager to end it, to avoid any further incidents or being tower camped, I still persevered until the PK ended. When the time was up, I immediately said to Xiao Zizi, "However they punished you before, you punish them back the same way. They don't deserve pity, and don't be afraid of revenge." After thinking for a moment, I added, "If you have anything in the future, remember to send me a message." This sentence was said very clearly, obviously speaking to everyone. Oh, War God Polar is protecting Xiao Zizi. If you want to mess with her in the future, you have to consider if you're strong enough. Xiao Zizi was slightly stunned hearing this, her eyes also turning red. Just one sentence from him was enough. "All right, you play by yourself. I have something to do. I have to go first." After speaking, I sent another 10 golden name plaques, and then left the live stream room. Xiao Zizi smiled and said, "Print out the slogans Big Bro Polar requested for me. Let's cheer together." As soon as I entered Nina's live stream room, I heard a girl's voice. "Hello everyone. I'm a new streamer, Candy. I hope you all take care of me. While the brothers in the live stream room are all here, let's go fight." I nodded in agreement, saying, "Not bad, not bad. Then let's go fight right away." After speaking, Candy started to find a random match. I don't know if Candy had a lucky attribute, but she actually encountered the top streamer, Shizi. It's not hard to understand why Shizi had such a name. She was indeed very beautiful and, like Nina, didn't use beauty filters. When she saw the opponent's username, Shizi was clearly a little stunned. "Hello, sis Jill. Hello, Big Bro Polar." Candy just said, "Pretty sis, I don't know if I can play with you. If not, I'll withdraw. Otherwise, my anti-fans will curse me again." Shizi smiled and replied, "We can play. I know Big Bro Polar and the other Big Bros are very strong, but my Big Bro strength is also not weak. And coincidentally, tonight all the Big Bros are present, so I also want to challenge a bit." Candy hadn't even finished saying the punishment when Shizi suddenly said, 20. What's 2? I'll help you defeat 2 other streamers, so they hang your banners. How about that? Oh, I think this idea is not bad. It can save me a lot of time. Uncle, how about it? Candy asked. "All right, no problem. Although we can't lose, the process still has to be followed." "What if we lose?" Shizi smiled and said, "If you guys lose, I want Big Bro Polar to come to my live stream room and be a moderator for one night." Oh, quite experienced, a bit smart. I laughed and said, "We can start now." Candy seemed to have been injected with stimulants. After a moment, she suddenly became excited and shouted with great enthusiasm, "Skinny old uncle, start fighting." The leader of the fire-starting team, Axel, took the lead and directly sent a TikTok #1 worth 10,000 coins. Compared to starting the fire with a Porsche before, this time it could be said to have reached a new level. With Candy's shout, the first to act was Brother Tragedy from the battle team. He continuously sent carnivals. 1, 2, 3, a total of 50 carnivals. At this point, my team's health bar had reached over 1.5 million votes, and the opponent's health bar had been suppressed to just a sliver. The duet, hearing the girl's call, the youth who had suppressed his emotions for too long could no longer hold back his strength, and just kept pressing the carnival button. In other people's live stream rooms, seeing a few carnivals was already very good, but in Nina's live stream room, carnivals seemed worthless. Hua Zi and Xiao Yin stopped chatting with the audience. The fans were completely numb. "Blood's boiling, huh? Youth. He sent 100 carnivals in one go. Now the health bar had reached over 4.5 million votes. However, the opponent's health bar still hadn't moved. A minute had passed, and both sides directly unmuted their mics. Candy took out a magnifying glass from her bag, looked at the opponent's health bar, and said, "Pretty sis, can you move a little? Even a magnifying glass can't see your health bar anymore." She said to me, "Uncle, make them completely despair." Then she shouted, "Trio, end it." Finally, they were really planning to sneak attack the tower. If it were others truly determined to sneak attack the tower, it might be impossible to stop. But unfortunately, they encountered war god Polar. The screen began to show the swirling clouds of the celestial palace, a golden imperial decree flying out. Polar gifted 10 golden name plaques. Polar gifted 100 golden name plaques. Polar gifted 1,000 golden name plaques, easily breaking the 1 billion vote health bar. Seeing her team's health bar completely wiped out, Shizi shook her head and smiled wryly. "Oh well, our side should finally put up some votes for dignity's sake." After she finished speaking, her big bros also took action one after another. These big bros really put up votes for dignity. From first to sixth place were all big bros level 55 and above. In terms of mid to high level strength, she was also worthy of being a top streamer. If she had top tier strength, she would definitely be a super tier streamer. 6 big bros in their 50s, this lineup still couldn't be underestimated. Among the top streamers, they were all outstanding. Each big bro didn't send much, each sending 2 carnivals as dignity votes. Shizi had no choice but to admit defeat. Let's continue to go out and fight. Candy continued to press the random match button with high spirits. Does this little girl have a lucky attribute, or did she actually match with another top streamer? I don't know what's going on today. These top streamers seem to have made an agreement and are all doing random matches. Today, these top streamers seem to be intentionally coming to attack Nina. She was sent by her guild to deplete my fighting strength, including the current Xiao Lu. Next, they might be matched with top streamers from other guilds one by one. If the top 10 guilds on TikTok all participate in this deer hunting game, then the first round will encounter 10 top streamers, and these 10 are just the vanguard to deplete my strength. Well then, I'll just play with them for fun. Candy enthusiastically asked, "Pretty sis, can we play?" As expected, Xiao Lu also unhesitatingly accepted the PK. I was too lazy to listen to their nonsense, and directly said, 30 people, including you. I've decided, each time add 10 more people, so when the first round ends, there will be 650 streamers who have to hang banners in their live stream rooms. Based on the wasteful theme set by the system, if it's known throughout the entire network, it will definitely get 10 stars. Want to deplete my fighting strength? Under my decision, the 15-minute PK officially began. I directly opened the gifts section, held down the golden name plaque, and then began a combo chain as smooth as flowing water. Counting the 10 vanguards, then there are 9 left, an average of over 5 billion votes per match, 12 clicks per second, 300 million votes in 1 minute. After I exposed them, it was clear that Xiao Lu's face showed an awkward and unnatural expression. Even the audience and fans in the livestream room could see some irregularities. At this moment, in Xiao Lu's livestream room, a level 60 big bro suddenly chatted, "Admit defeat." Without thinking, one knew that this level 60 big bro was definitely the account of the Oise Media Guild. They had always been in the livestream room, and were also ready to sneak attack the tower at any time. Since they had been seen through, to avoid offending war god Polar, they could only surrender and admit defeat. After all, their goal had been achieved. Currently, Big Bro Polar had already reached 1 billion votes again. As for the next task, it would be handed over to other media guilds. And whether Big Bro Polar would continue to compete, who knew? Even if this plan failed, it didn't matter. After all, nothing was lost. On the contrary, they had managed to scout out a little about Big Bro Polar. The level 60 guild account, after sending the message, began to send dignity carnivals. Other big bros in the livestream room also took action. However, the health bar didn't change at all because my gifting speed hadn't slowed down one bit. The dignity votes they sent weren't even equal to the votes I sent in 1 second. While Candy was talking, Xiao Lu hurriedly smiled wryly and said, "I admit defeat. I admit defeat." Before Candy could speak, I spoke first. From now on, no more admitting defeat. Where will my billion votes go if you admit defeat? How will the mission be completed? Don't you want to probe, to deplete, even to step on me to gain a foothold? Then I'll let you see what's called unfathomably deep. I don't accept surrender. As soon as these words were spoken, the entire livestream room was in an uproar, including Nina and Candy. Even everyone in both livestream rooms completely couldn't guess my intentions. They even thought I was angry. 1 billion votes. 2 billion votes. 3 billion votes. As expected of TikTok's #1 war god. Just an angry wave of his hand. And he can generously gift 500 million yuan. Such domineering momentum. The 15-minute PK time passed without me noticing. The final vote count of the health bar shocked everyone even more. 5.5 billion, 500 million more votes than the previous match. How much longer until Big Bro Polar reaches 5 billion more votes? Xiao Lu swallowed. She didn't want to participate in this matter from the beginning, but she couldn't disobey the guild's arrangements. What did she do? She hurriedly stood up, bowed her head, and apologized sincerely. Sorry, Big Bro Polar. I really didn't expect this to turn out like this. Sorry. I know the guild streamers are also very helpless. How can I be angry with them? The main culprits are the guilds behind them. Besides, I'm overjoyed. How could I be angry? That's basically not the case. They are all my divine helpers. It seems like tonight I can smoothly complete the S-rank mission. Next is the system upgrade. Then the internet reflecting into reality, and I can also become tall, rich, and handsome. Xiao Lu smiled wryly. Big Bro Polar, we previously agreed to a penalty of 30. How about this? I'll do 50 as an apology to Big Bro Polar. I also want to see if their chess pieces are more numerous or my coins are more numerous. As expected, the person I was randomly matched with this time was still a top player, a handsome male streamer from the Starlight Alliance Guild, Mai Chongsu. As soon as they connected, Mai Chongsu hurriedly smiled brightly and enthusiastically greeted. Hello, Sis Gio. Hello, Big Bro Polar. Hello to all the brothers and sisters in the live stream room opposite. Because he knew he was being targeted, if he didn't reduce his arrogant attitude, they might attack the guild he was in. Mai Chongsu was about to say something, but I cut him off coldly. Understand the rules? 40. Mai Chongsu smiled helplessly and said, No problem, Big Bro Polar. My attitude angered Mai Chongsu and the female fans in the live stream room. Mai Chongsu snapped out of his fantasy and hurriedly said, We can play. I understand the rules. 40 is 40. Okay, let's start right away. When the PK started, I immediately sent 1 golden name plaque. That's right, no mistake, just 1. That I wouldn't send anymore. I curled my lips into a smirk, revealing a meaningful smile. That's right, I'm doing it on purpose. Because I'm preparing to dig a pit for them to fall into. I don't believe that the guild behind him can restrain themselves, can resist the temptation of dwindling money. Just use this method. Slowly cook them like cooking a frog in warm water. Slowly make them disappear. As expected, when they saw I only sent out 1 golden name plaque, everyone thought I might have run out of money today. The guild's anonymous account monitoring Mai Chongsu's live stream also couldn't help but rejoice. However, some of the guild's accounts that had prepared votes didn't rush to vote, but chose to temporarily stand by and observe. Because the female fans in the live stream room were taking the lead, some level 50 female fans attacked together. The carnival effects in the live stream room flew nonstop. After only 2 or 3 seconds, the health bar had made a comeback and taken the lead, but they still had no intention of stopping and were continuously widening the health bar gap. I lit a cigarette, smoking while watching them try their best to vote. I wasn't in a hurry to vote because if you want to deceive others, you have to play the role well. The strength of these wealthy female fans really couldn't be underestimated. Together, they directly pulled the vote count up to 50 million, equivalent to 5 million yuan. They were really willing to spend. After reaching 5 million votes, they also considered it a stop. Everyone started sending messages on the screen. It seems the war god has really run out of money. Lena and Hua Jia, sitting in the guest seats, hurriedly began to mock. I smiled and said, Arrogant, overbearing, looking down on others also requires strength. Don't you too think that just with these 50 million votes, you've already won? Even if I've really run out of money, it's still more than enough to take care of you. Believe it or not, I didn't want to waste any more time with them either. I opened the gift section, held down the golden name plaque gift, and started spamming. Polar gifted 10 golden name plaques. Polar gifted 100 golden name plaques. Polar gifted 1,000 golden name plaques. The vote count instantly soared to 500 million. When a vote count reached 500 million, I not only stopped but also directly left the guest seat. Lena and Huajia, who had already started to worry, were immediately overjoyed when they saw me leave the guest seat. Under his encouragement, the wealthy female fans in the live stream continued to vote. At this time, the guild's account monitoring my Changsu's live stream also no longer hid, but followed behind the wealthy female fans to vote. In just a moment, their vote count had caught up. When I saw 2 or 3 level 60 accounts suddenly appear on the opponent's side, a smile couldn't help but appear on the corner of my mouth because the guild's 2 or 3 level 60 accounts had already prepared votes and attacked frantically at the same time. Their health bar increased rapidly at a speed visible to the naked eye. Actually, whether they voted or not, I was planning to play for real anyway. After all, time was limited. Whether I could trick people or not wasn't important. The most important thing was to complete the system mission, and I was also afraid the opponent would eventually gang up and steal the tower. Now that they had started to lose control and vote frantically, I naturally no longer hid. Nina's live stream room was instantly flooded with golden name plaques. In just 2 or 3 minutes, the votes I sent had surpassed the opponent's. Another nearly 2 billion votes. Truly too strong. Worthy of being TikTok's #1 war god. This strength is truly unpredictable. Clearly, the opponent had realized that War God Polar hadn't run out of money, but was intentionally baiting them. The Starlight Alliance Guild chose not to vote anymore and stopped in time. If they really wanted to go head-to-head, their current vote count was definitely not enough. When the PK ended, I didn't give the opponent any chance to speak, but directly had Candy leave. Next victim, please. Xingyao Media, Doisan Media, Starlight Alliance, Huangta Guild, Wuyo Media, Dianfeng Media, Brotherhood Association, Battle Alliance, etc., etc. Xingyao Media, Huangta Guild, Wuyo Media, Battle Alliance, as well as the Lang Tuding tribe, replaced the Victory Guild. Apart from initially only sending 1 billion votes for Shizi of Xingyao Media, I sent about 5.5 billion votes for all the streamers sent by other major guilds. As of now, I have sent over 45 billion votes. The guild presidents seemed to be certain of their speculation and began to doubt the true identity of War God Polar. Up to now, only the Qinsheng Guild was missing from the top 10 major guilds. I looked at the balance. Only 5 billion coins left in my account. Calculating the time, it was almost up. After Nina finished her live stream, I immediately went to Xiao Zizi's live stream room and turned on anonymous mode. As soon as I entered, I heard Xiao Zizi shout, 1 minute left. Is there any miracle? Is there no tycoon in the live stream room to help me out? I looked at Xiao Zizi's current health bar. Only over 1 million votes, while the opponent already had over 2 million votes. How could there be a miracle? Are you filming a movie here? But since I'm the director, then I'll create a miracle for you.